Hello everybody, and today we're going to be looking at a couple devices. So, I've wanted to make a video like this for a while in the style of like DankPods-ish, but I haven't been able to get around to doing that. So now today, that's what I'm going to be doing. It's not that I really want to do style in DankPods videos. I want to do just this style in like general for like a lot of videos that I want to make. So, let's get started. New portable tape player. Old portable tape player. Let's compare these two. So, these are what we so far currently have. This is a Super USB capture device. You can find it around 20 something bucks on Amazon. And this is an old Radio Shack CTR 121. I don't know how much it goes for, but it's pretty good. It's a 2-track, but I can't really show you it that easily, so let's just compare these two from start. So, this one doesn't feel super bad. This one honestly feels more plasticky and like it's more heavy, but it just feels cheaper and older. You can tell what it is versus this. Yeah, it's plasticky and like cheap-ish, but it's not too bad. Both of these are low-end devices for what they're meant to be, so it'll be pretty good comparing them. So first, how you load it. This one, you pull down on this and it opens from the side, and then you would be able to take, say, your cassette and just plop it in, and there you go. But on this one, the Radio Shack, click eject, and you put it in, the cassette facing like outwards in the top, and then close it. Which, I mean, cool. And then let's take a look at the features. On this one, you have a direction button that goes from which direction you want your cassette tape to be playing in. That's what the 4 heads are for. You can't play anything of more than 2 heads at the same time because you're only ever playing one like line. Technically 2, but like one like at a like song thing at a time, which takes 2 tracks for its left and right. So, quite literally what it does is this switches between playing 1 track forward, and then it swaps, and then backwards, which is how a cassette tape is made to be multi-sided. Like this one. See, you take it and it's spinning one way. Click this and it's spinning a different way. I also have it set on the CD mode versus D. It doesn't mean compact disc. It just means like change direction versus just a regular one direction. Pun not intended. This isn't one direction, this is Queen. And this one has one simple direction that it can go in, and it's also mono. So it takes both of them, like normally this cassette tape, there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has one big one that spans about half of the full 4, basically at the bottom. So it's mono of both. Basically it combines both, turns them into mono, and outputs in your little jack. And the quality difference here is insane. You can obviously tell. This is an example of like a short recording of a song. And here's the same thing on the Radio Shack. Yeah, you can really tell the difference, like how the mono only comes out in one channel instead of just being channeled mono in both. So, yeah, that's something. But this guy is something this doesn't have, other than a speaker. You can record cassettes. So today I recently found a new old stock Sony recorder cassette tape. So let's see how that sounds. That's nice. Oh, it's already cracked a little bit. That's fine. So, nothing is on this so far. So, this is a Type 1 ferric tape. It's a 90-minute one, which is 45 minutes per side. So let's record something on there and see how well it sounds with the built-in microphone. And I found this vintage car speaker that was red and was three-way and had its mid little thing poked in. So I went home and just left it there for a few months, and later I went and decided to plug it into a speaker. Okay. Let's hear how good that sounded out of its normal speaker. And I found this vintage car speaker that was red and was three-way and had its mid little thing poked in. So I went home and just left it there for a few months, and later I went and decided to plug it into a speaker system, and oh, it fully worked. Not bad. Not as bad as I was expecting. Of course, the pre-recorded ones I've made before were not on new old stock like this. This is pretty good. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna put you back and use you later as a test. So, now, what we have are these two. So let's see. Let's see if there are any issues with recording to a regular cassette that's been used multiple times for recording already. This is basically the same thing, but a different brand. So yeah, it takes a while to rewind tape. So now let's see what it sounds like from the normal microphone in a cassette that's already been recorded over multiple times. A little bad. Of course, it's probably just because it was like pretty cheap. I got it was a one speaker, and it was sold for $2, which is pretty cheap. So it didn't sound good. Okay, let's see how that sounded. A little bad. Of course, it's probably just because it was like pretty cheap. I got it was a one speaker, and it was sold for $2, which is pretty cheap. So it didn't sound good. That's all I have to say. Okay. I guess it was okay, but the sound of the new old stock one definitely sounded better. Now, I guess time for me to try recording my own music to a tape. Hold on, I need to find the stuff to do that. Now, let's hear it. That did not sound great in any way. So now we gotta hear what it sounds like on new old stock, just to hear if it'll actually be much better. It isn't just the cassette itself, it's the actual player that's being recorded to just isn't that great. Also, I found what the issue was with the first tape that I tried to do with audio, and I actually put the volume on a little too high, but so this one I had turned down a lot. But even still, it's not that great, and hopefully I'll be able to do more videos like this. My plan is to get into more like audio equipment, like my records and my CD players and stuff. But if you have any ideas on stuff I should make, feel free to let me know. Like and subscribe, and goodbye.